Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, but something I have thought about doing for a very long time, and that is we are making a little booktube video. I am here at a layover and I picked up 4 books. I'm very excited. We're here in New Orleans, and one of the things that I've been trying to implement on my layovers is, in my past career in the air, I focus on like having fun and like building these experiences with others. And while I still want to do that, and I still do that, there are certain things that I just haven't, that I feel like we're missing, especially now that I have a degree in international sustainable tourism. And one of those things is, how am I exposing myself to the true heritage and culture and communities at a destination? And I am still figuring that out, because sometimes there is no time, and sometimes I need to focus on my health and wellness, and sometimes I have a little bit of extra energy like today, and I had absolutely no clue what to do. So one of my primary focuses is picking up some learning material at every destination I get to wander around in. I try to primarily focus this as like buying books from small independent bookshops and talking to people, getting book recommendations, and then if I get a chance to talk to more people, get their recommendations. I have a Google map to a destination that I just have like local recommendations to, and I also have notes that I can just go back and forth for every destination that I get. The kindness from people who are local to the area telling me what I should go do or see or experience. And so today we're talking about the books. I managed to get 4 books here in New Orleans from 2 different shops. I walked in a pattern where they were recommending me, my Uber driver recommended me. She was local, born and raised here. And I didn't get to go to any museums. I do have some museum recommendations that were recommended. I did eat some gluten-free gumbo, okra gumbo. I love, love, love okra. So that was just absolutely delicious. I wish I had more, honestly. That $15 large, it could have been like a $30 supersize, and I probably would have eaten it all. It was so good. Let's get into the books. The first bookshop that I stopped at was Baldwin and Company, and it was such a cute little bookshop. I mean, the energy was just so good. It was like modern. It was a very modern aesthetic. I have some pictures and videos that I'll insert. And I walked through the whole selection. I was kind of looking for a cookbook as well that was gluten-free, and those are just harder to find in general. So I did stick to history books. I thought about getting some nonfiction, but to be honest, I am just in a history mood, and one of the things that I am currently trying to do is collect physical media, especially history books. I just think it's so important that I have access to these materials, and I am saddened that in my undergrad I sold almost all of my books that I read. I got my undergrad in history, and so now I feel like I'm just trying to collect and build my library again. So here are some books that aren't necessarily about New Orleans, but they are, I think, very valuable and important in understanding the history and development of the United States. So the first book is The Tulsa Race Massacre, an American City's Search for Justice by Scott Ellsworth. I touched on the Tulsa Massacre and Black Wall Street in my undergraduate degree, but it's not something that I feel like I have a ton of information about, and so it's really important to me that I just build upon the knowledge that I have, upon my baseline. I do think that whether or not you believe history repeats itself, there are strong patterns throughout history, and I like to learn about these patterns. This one was recommended to me on TikTok. I am on History Talk, Southern History Talk, and some of the things that I have been learning are horrifying. All the things are horrifying in general, and this is something that wasn't touched in my undergrad. So I have like some brief, like very faint details of women slave owners and the horrifying things that they did. But it's not even a complete thought in my understanding. So this book was recommended to me. I am hoping to build up a really critical base knowledge about Southern history, especially slavery, something that I feel like most people think happened a really long time ago, but the impacts, the fact that there are people alive right now whose parents or grandparents were either slaves or sharecroppers after freedom, that history still lives within this country and still lives within our communities, and I just think it's really important that we all learn about it. So not necessarily excited to read this, but I do think that it's incredibly important that I do read it and I do understand. This one is a topic that I have decided is very, very important, and I don't know, I'm very undereducated on. This book is called Waging a Good War, How the Civil Rights Movement Won Its Battles 1954 to 1968 by Thomas E. Ricks. I feel like I am more interested in how rights were won in the past, how people were so successful in the past, what was done. I feel like I have, my baseline knowledge is a lot of like movies or TV shows or clips. It's not like actual education. So I felt like this was a very good start in that direction, because it feels painful to be so woefully uneducated on something so vitally important to the history and development of the United States and our human rights right now. This last one was purchased at, I have to read this bag. It's called The Shop at the Historic New Orleans Collection. It is a museum that has exhibits. It was a really cute shop, and I like going to museum exhibits because sometimes they have self-published books, or they have books that are very niche to the history of the local area. So I was really happy that I stumbled upon this while I was dripping sweat in the 90% humidity and 90 degrees today. This is called Economy Hall, The Hidden History of Free Black Brotherhood by Fatima Shaik. I like just reading the back of it, so I'm just going to read a little bit from the back. This was a 2022 Louisiana Endowment for the Humanities Book of the Year. The author read 24 cast-off journals saved from destruction to reveal 100 years of Black activism in New Orleans. And the story is about how this society stood together through slavery, Civil War, Reconstruction, and Jim Crow, and the impact their work had on the development of the United States and New Orleans. Again, just another history of people who came together, built community, and created lasting change. I've never heard about it. I don't, like, first of all, like, if I'm 100% honest, I don't really know that much about New Orleans history. The fact that my first thought about New Orleans is vampires, because I was an Anne Rice fan from like age 6 and beyond, like sci-fi and those movies had their firm grasp on me. So I already feel quite guilty that when I think of New Orleans, I think of Hurricane Katrina and I think of vampires. It's very millennial of me, these two thoughts, and I feel disrespectful, to be honest. I feel ashamed. I do feel ashamed. And so it's not a surprise that I have no idea about any of this history, but it is my responsibility as an adult with adult money to just pick up the books, read them, learn, and really process all of the people that have made the United States, and all parts and histories. So those are my 4 new books for my layover. Hopefully this will be a cool series, like books I bought on my layover. Where am I going to put these books? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no space. I have a crash pad. But I still think it's important that I go and buy this media, this physical media. With that being said, I want to thank you all for stopping by this short little video. I so appreciate it. If you are a book talker and you are part of the History Book Talk Club, I'm not a part of it, but I want to be. Please put your recommendations down, especially for New Orleans history, Louisiana history. I just want to build this knowledge base, but I also would love if you have fiction books to recommend, like, do that. I almost bought a sci-fi book. I don't read sci-fi, so that's when I knew, like, I had to step back, because I was like, what am I looking at? So please put your recommendations down below. And then if you are from New Orleans or you frequently travel to New Orleans, I just would really love your recommendations on things to do and see to really continue building upon this knowledge. Any tours, I especially want to support small tour operators, small local shops, including the souvenir that I have been looking for since I started this job 3 months ago was t-shirts. I want t-shirts, but I want them to be like local designs. I was on Decatur Street and I walked into like 4 or 5 different shops and they all have the same epidemic of like a tourist destination where they are all mass-produced shirts, all have the same designs, just at different rates. It was not like a truly local store, and I am willing to pay for local designs. I want local artists to get my money. I don't want... Yeah, so if you have that recommendation, I have been trying to start my Layover t-shirt collection, and it hasn't been able to start. At least my book collection started. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in another video.